Hi, welcome to another episode of your favorite
Lifetime warranty for half.
telecast. I'm your host, Phil N. de Blanc de Francais. It's July 26, 2023, and we're going back in the archives for season 1, episode 73. I remember it was hump day, and apparently there was a reason why Kelly wasn't dressed with 30 seconds left before they went on the air, and she tells that story. It's a very fun story. This is what led to the downfall of Gelman's career before he slid into addiction and had to be admitted to the Betty Ford Clinic. Kenya Moore was on this episode. I don't remember what it was about. I was really drunk that episode. But let's rewatch it together and let's talk about it. Make sure to comment and be a participant in everything fun and lovely. Like and dislike. And if you dislike it, it's okay. I'll forgive you because Jesus taught me to forgive you, and I will always love you, except for you. I know you're the one watching right now. And yeah, let's get into it. Rest in peace, Steve Harvey. And smash the notification button so you could subscribe and be following me so you can make me feel like I am powerful and better than you. All right, guys. Oh, and there's going to be a dog that is famous for making videos that a bunch of people watch, and they're going to give us advice on how you could abuse your dog and subject them to that kind of humiliation. And spoil your dog.
Mass market brand 3 years in a row by JD Power. Lease the new 2023 Forte LXS for $199 a month.
Don't miss Fiesta del Sol.
July 27th through the 30th in Pilsen.
Whoa. Season 1, episode 73.
It's live with Kelly and Mark.
July 26th.
Today from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kenya Moore. And Maxine, the fluffy corgi, gives us a lesson in going viral as we continue live top teas of summer. Plus, the hosts check in with the viewers on another edition of The Invite. All next on Live. And now, here are Kelly Ripa and Mark Goodfellow. Happy Hump Day Wednesday, July 26, 2023, Wednesday flying by. July flying by.
Yes, it's flying by.
I feel like I just got here and then I was sent out on the set.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't know. I just, we get like a 3-minute warning backstage. It was 3 minutes.
And then it was 30 seconds.
And then it was 30 seconds, and I still wasn't dressed. Yeah, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I was like, Suelos, let's go.
I know, they were yelling for me. So
How long before she talks
I
about
gotta
her
tell you this,
podcast?
I'm going to brag for a little bit.
Talk to me.
Oh, when
Yeah,
did this
about this
start?
podcast.
That's so
I
out
love
of
the
character.
podcast. Let's
It's the
talk off
best.
camera.
It's the best. Oh, now you give
And
us the
the
name.
reason
You're
I'm
really
bringing
desperate,
it up
aren't you?
Is thank you.
What? Oh, God, what? Why are you clapping for my podcast? No, thank you. I'm not looking for any applause.
Wait until you hear what
I'm
I
just
have
going to
say
tell you
first.
about it.
The reason I bring it up is not so much to tell you, the audience, but to tell everyone that works here. Today's episode is mandatory listening.
Oh,
if you
whoa.
work here.
It's the most
If you don't
dramatic
work
episode
here, you're also
in the
gonna
history
wanna listen to this episode.
of The Bachelor.
This is what I like to call
She's
the
pulling that
Michael
shit.
Gelman filibuster episode. Michael Gelman is my guest. He takes us through his storied history, working here for 825 years. He tells us how the meatballs are made. Some of it's not pretty, and some of it is positively zany. But it was far and away, thus far, my favorite episode.
Oh, thank you.
And I think it's because, it's so true.
Better than
So
Carol
true.
Burnett?
It's literally, I asked him what time it was, and he taught me how to build a clock.
I listened to it.
Oh, of course you did, because you wanted to get laid that night. And come on, Mark, why don't you tell us how wonderful it is and expect us to believe you? What are you going to tell us? You're going to tell us your wife's podcast is mediocre? far less than average, more than slightly. Oh, it's okay. It's not that bad. I wouldn't like. Come on, tell us. I dare you to tell us that it wasn't the greatest or it was good. Like, no, it's so great. You gotta. Hey, if you won't listen to if you won't listen to her terrible, exaggerated advertising, maybe you'll listen to me because I'm a guy. And we're, maybe if I say the same thing, then you'll really believe us. We'll double team you.
He tells us how the meatballs are made. Some of it's not pretty, and some of it is positively zany. But it was far and away, thus far, my favorite episode.
Oh, thank you.
And I think it's because, it is so true. It's literally, I asked him what time it was, and he taught me how to build a clock.
I listened to it, and I have an affection for Michael. I really, have
Of course, we all do.
a soft spot in my heart. But
Because
after
he
listening
pays
to
the
it,
bill. He's responsible
I
for your
even
future.
you love him even more.
Yeah, what an ass
You
kissing
really
fucking
get to
piece of crap
understand.
you are.
If you're on the fence
If you're
about
on the fence
Gelman,
about
you
Gelman.
fall in love with Gelman.
And you're a tough interviewer. Not since Frost Nixon.
Frost and Nixon sat
Gelman
down.
to open up and
He's
tell
leaning
all
into
the
how fucking
secrets.
stupid he sounds.
And it really is a window in to just the show, your career, and how it works. It's really great, Michael. I really enjoyed it.
It was a great. How did you think I was going to interview?
I haven't really been listening to a lot of your interviews lately, and
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for tuning in.
yeah.
If it took me interviewing you to get you to pay attention to me, then I'm willing to do
Well,
that.
here's the thing. We get the opportunity on this show, and you've been doing this for 23 plus years, and you get to meet some amazing people every day. But the segments are what, 3 minutes? 4 minutes, if we're lucky, 2 segments, and you get to scratch the surface of what's happening. This podcast.
Oh, this was like Barbara Walters talking to
Micah.
Yeah, Micah. Well, I try to do a Barbara Walters voice, but somebody pointed it out to me recently that my Barbara Walters voice and my Hannibal Lecter voice are one and the same. So it sort of shut down my.
Have you ever fired
If
anybody?
you were a tree.
Anyway, check it out. It drops
Yes,
today.
it drops
Absolutely
today
amazing.
everywhere you get your podcast. But I'm not the only person with a podcast around here.
Yes, I've heard.
Lori Showweiss, our very own show,
What?
has a podcast. Now, it debuts tomorrow. You're going to have to download this one. Listen to the title. It's called Every Period Body Period Talks Period. Everybody talks.
Okay.
But it's Every Period Health and Wellness Podcast hosted by our own Lori Showweiss.
I love that.
I want to hear. I want to hear what the hell she has to say. That's what I want to hear.
It's great for the ride. It drives out east. When we go out east, we
Of
come home.
course,
We listen
yeah.
on the podcast.
It's like we listen
You're
to
a big
lot.
podcaster.
I'm a
Yeah.
podcast
I'm
listener.
starting to get into it.
Yeah,
Big sporting news.
thank God
Yesterday.
you brought it up.
I mentioned that Leo Messi came to the Inter Miami team.
Yes.
Yep. He scored the winning goal over the weekend. Yesterday, he scored 2 goals. He scored 2 goals. He had an assist. Do we have anything on? Do we have a little bit? I don't think video. We don't have any video. But let me just tell you, it was amazing.
This is not a real sports
He
show.
gets the ball. It hits the post. Usually, when it hits the post, you're like, that was horrible. Hits the post, comes right back to him. He scores. Yeah. Anyway, they
So
won.
he has that level of accuracy,
Oh, it's
to
amazing.
kick the ball back to himself.
They won 4-0. That's 2 in a row. They're still in last place.
Well, they're
Still
slowly
in last
climbing out of
place.
last place.
Yes, we should go to Miami and go see a game.
You had me at we should go to
Let's go
Miami.
to Miami and see a game. You'll see your
Do I
friend
have to
David
go?
Beckham.
Oh, will I see my
Your
friend?
friend David Beckham.
Oh, well then I better
Do you
start
remember when you went to I was working in Los Angeles and the family came out to meet me And Kelly went to was it Soul Cycle?
Yeah, they have a Soul Cycle class in
on Sunset.
On the Sunset Strip.
Yep.
Right, and so I walk into a Soul Cycle class like it's a regular Soul Cycle class because it's Soul Cycle. There's one on every corner. But out there in Hollywood, swimming pools, movie stars, I walk into Soul Cycle class, and it is a who's who of famous people. I did not know this Soul Cycle class exists. But I clip into my bike, get my bike, clip in. Who clips in next to me?
Jennifer Lopez.
They're back.
And did he say, hello, Kelly?
He is utterly charming and totally kind.
Did he have nice tattoos?
I read his body.
I remember that. I remember that day because later that night you fit both my testicles inside of your mouth.
And did he say, hello, Kelly?
He is utterly charming and totally kind.
Did he have nice tattoos?
I read his body the whole class.
Can you talk about how terrible American soccer players are?
No. I told you this. I held my sweat inside of myself. I held my sweat. I don't know where it went to this day. I'm sure I had some sort of like a shutdown, like a renal failure from holding the moisture inside my body because I did not want David Beckham to see me sweat. So I held it in. I didn't even know that was possible. Yeah,
you came back very excited.
Oh, I came back.
And I was very excited too.
I know. He was like, what was he wearing? Is he good at Soul Cycle? And I was like,
I didn't say what he was wearing. I said, did he ask about me? Anyway, David Beckham, congratulations with the Inter Miami soccer team. You guys are doing great. I think you're going to make the playoffs. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight. In other sporting news, just a little more serious.
Yeah, this was scary.
Bronny James, the son of LeBron James, suffered cardiac arrest in Los Angeles.
What?
Went to the ICU, but he's out of ICU and
Well,
recovering.
thank God. As long as he can listen to Kelly's podcast with Gelman. Yes,
he's a
that's
freshman
right.
at USC.
That's right. Yes.
Promising career. Hopefully, back to a smooth, quick, not too quick recovery. But that stuff can be fixed.
They say that a lot of young people have these pre-existing conditions that they don't even know about, like since birth, that, once they're in that elite intense training, that's when it presents.
Yeah, so we're wishing Bronny James a speedy recovery. And the whole James family, of course. Big night in New York last night. The Mets, Verlander, the pitcher, what's his name? Mr. Verlander, Justin Verlander beat the Yankees 9-3 in the first game of the Subway Series. You're a Mets fan? Yeah.
Look at me, I'm with both hands for both teams, cause
I'm a bit of a Yankees fan these days.
Mark, any mediocre baseball fan from around the world knows who's Justin Verlander is. It's not a baseball fan. It's not a Mets fan. Any sports fan. A soccer fan in Italy can probably tell you who Justin Verlander is. And the fact that you are in New York and you had to spend 5 seconds looking in a newspaper to find out what Verlander's name is. Like, this isn't even a sports show. And you decide to talk about sports as if you're this big sports fan. And then you don't even know the name of the number one pitcher on the city that you live in baseball team. Mark, if you don't know anything about sports, it's okay. No one's going to think you're a girl or any less of a man. You don't have to live up to look at this guy's face. You don't have to live up to your mother and father's expectations of you to be a manly man that drives fast cars, fixes trucks, can do all the handyman, carpenter, plumbing stuff around the house, and that loves sports and drinks Modelo and tequila, and you have to flex muscles because if you don't have muscles, then you are just a muchacha. If you don't know anything about baseball, you don't have to pretend like you do. You just showed your true colors by not knowing that Justin Verlander's first name was Justin. While you're talking about baseball, about the local team, and baseball is what you chose to talk about. And you needed an article to find his name, and then you couldn't even find the name. Like, you at least figured you would put a yellow highlighter marker across the name. You don't even know his name, and you're talking about sports on a non-sports show. You don't have to pretend to be someone you're not. Like Kelly says, safe space. Okay? You don't know anything about baseball. Don't try to act like it, because it just makes you look like a bigger P-R-I-K-K. A prook. Como se dice, una prica. Okay? It makes you look like a terrible, compulsive, lying POS. So just stop it. No one cares about, most of the people watching this don't care about sports. And if you're going to fucking shove the facts in our face against our will, at least know what you're talking about. All right? Because what you just did here that I'm going to show again is really just sad.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm clapping with both hands for both teams because.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a Yankees fan these days.
You don't even know his name. Look at him. He's just sitting there. He already knows. He's embarrassed. He's like, yeah, well, I don't know his first name because I'm a Yankees fan. And Yankees fans don't know the Mets players. Bullshniz.
Pre-existing conditions that they don't even know about.
Yeah.
Like since birth,
Mark's a health expert too, in case you didn't know.
In that elite,
right? Because his son's a wrestler, so he knows everything about sports and calisthenics, everything.
Yeah. So we're wishing.
He knows everything about everything, except for anything that qualifies for a good SAT score.
Big night in New York last night. The Mets, Verlander, the pitcher.
The pitcher, what's his name? Justin
Verlander. Justin.
Yeah.
Justin Verlander beat the Yankees 9-3 in the first game of the Subway Series.
Who cares? Oh, it's New York. Okay, they're playing the Yankees.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm clapping with both hands for both teams because.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a Yankees fan these days.
Yeah. There's mixed reactions there. There's one guy that's on your side. This is a very funny story. 2 and 3 dog owners claim their dogs could never survive in the wild, according to a poll. And we have some experience in this. A year ago, it's been almost a complete year ago.
Yeah.
Like in a month, it'll be a year ago. One of our dogs, Chewy, went missing. No.
She was 16 at the time.
Yes, she was 16 at the time.
She made a run for it.
She has limited sight. Her hearing is gone.
But she's bouncy.
But she's bouncy and she's spry and she's doing pretty well for an old lady. But she went missing.
At around sunset, she decided to make a run for it.
We didn't notice because we thought she ran off to our room, which she always does. Like, it's like her thing. She goes to our room right before dinner. It's like her tradition. We were sitting outside. We were having, and we never do this.
We gave her a scone.
We never do this, but we were having tea. Okay, I know it sounds luxurious, but again, it was the end of August. We were on vacation, and we were like, let's do something like wild. Let's have tea.
And we said, David Beckham has tea.
When we visited Beckham's in Miami, we want to know how to behave.
Yeah.
So with the tea came scones. And Chewy was sitting there begging. And we don't typically give in to begging. She's 16 years old. She can't hear. She can't see. Let her have a little joy. Give her a little scone.
You've been doing that since day one.
Gave her the scone, happy as a clam. She goes off to our room. We go to our bedroom to change our clothes.
Where's
to get out
Chewy?
of it. Where's Chewy? Where'd she go?
Where's Chewy? Where's Chewy? Throughout the house?
Nowhere to be found. Chewy is MIA.
This is 6 o'clock, 6:30. It's sunset.
Sunset.
Where we were.
Yeah.
It's sunset early, so it's dark.
It's dark.
And so I go into the woods from 6:30 until 12:30, 1 o'clock, looking everywhere around. I found things that I didn't know were around there. I would see eyes looking at me. I'm like, it's Chewy, and it wasn't Chewy.
He found all kinds of animals.
We went to bed. She put out some bacon by the front door, thinking that it would.
Because I was like, her nose is good. Her nose is good. She may not be able to hear or see. The nose is good. So around 1 a.m, I wake up to go check on the bacon. No Chewy, but about 25 stray cats.
Yeah.
And then
the next morning at sunset, it was at 5:30 sunset. I'd go out again and searching.
And he starts preparing me. He's like, look,
sometimes older dogs
just go off.
They want to go off on that ice float by themselves. Yeah. They kind of want to do that and not have to be around people. I think that's right here.
And then at 10 o'clock in the morning, the
neighbors.
A neighbor was raking the beach because there's like lots of seaweed on the beach. Raking the beach. Found Chewy asleep in a pile of seaweed.
Fine. She was fine.
She was like...
I think she had a date.
Maybe she thought she was going to die.
I think she had a date. I think she met a dog. She knows what she wants. She's like she's of that certain age, like the villages. Like
she thought she was going to die and she was
giving
wrong.
us side eye.
Yeah.
She doesn't like when we take her picture. That was like 10 years ago.
She was exhausted. She had fun, and she was thirsty. What is her?
She was thirsty, so she went to the beach.
Most dog owners don't believe that their dogs could even survive one night alone in the wilderness.
Chewy made it.
Chewy made it.
And now we have one of those tags. Yeah,
now we have the geolocating tags.
Yeah, we're not going to do that again.
Yeah, because it was too scary. It was really, really scary. And it was like, and then we were talking, remember we were like, what are we going to tell the kids?
Yes.
What do you tell your children? It's like their sibling.
Yeah.
What do you tell them?
I don't know.
So we tried to delay telling them anything, and thank God she was found. Switching topics for a minute. I've often said we have the best viewers, and we really do. Because yesterday we were talking about this brutal heat wave that is
it's
attacking everywhere.
Infrastructure.
And I asked people out west, see if you can fry an egg on the sidewalk in front of your house. And sure enough, they did. And look, this is Cindy Bray in Scottsdale, Arizona, egg on the road.
Okay. Sunny side up.
Sunny side up. It doesn't look particularly cooked, but it does look like it's cooking.
Yes.
Okay. It also looks like 3 yolks in 1 egg, which we can all agree that's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Here's from Lori Rabrett in Surprise, Arizona, egg yolk near Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, kind of cooked. I wouldn't eat it. Again, I wouldn't eat any of these eggs. I don't necessarily like eggs, and I really don't like them when they are cooked on the pavement. Hey, Joey Fong from Scottsdale, fried eggs for Kelly from Arizona. Yeah, the kid's getting in on the action. I like that one kid is just dressed like Spider-Man.
Yes.
You can never be too prepared for Halloween. Lori Freed from Phoenix, egg on Phoenix Street after 15 minutes. Yeah, it's definitely cooked.
Yeah.
Somebody else just took the temperature. Oh, Cindy Bray again.
Yeah.
That's 165.8 road surface temperature.
That's hot.
Yeah. Very hot. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you sending that in.
Hey, we have a huge show today.
Very excited.
Yes, I know you are.
Kenya Moore is here from the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
And the dog days of summer week continues when we meet social sensation Maxine, the fluffy corgi. I met Maxine backstage, and we learned how to create our own viral moment.
Question, Gelman, if I may trouble you for a minute.
Yeah.
Are we interviewing Maxine?
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. Maxine's very interesting and has a lot of followers and has a very good body. Yeah. She's famous for certain body parts. Yeah.
So we're actually sitting down and interviewing her.
Yeah.
It's going down.
Yeah. You find out everything.
Yeah.
Kelly, if you could interview me, you could interview me.
No, I met Maxine backstage. She's adorable.
She's got a lot to say.
Time to say.
Okay.
All right, what time is it?
It's time for Live's Brighten Your Day Trivia. Yeah, that's a Jersey girl right there, Barbara.
Maxine's very interesting and has a lot of followers and has a very good body. Yeah. She's famous for some body parts. Yeah.
When is Gelman checking out dogs?
Sitting down and
Yeah, the
interviewing
dog.
her.
She's a very, very sexy dog. She's got a beautiful body.
If you could interview me, you could
It
interview me.
reminds me of a little person that I had relations with in the village back in San Francisco in '61.
What time is it?
It's time for Live's Brighten Your Day Trivia. Yeah, that's it.
There's your dance. Do it at home and send me pictures to my TikTok account in my DMs. The address is on a link right here.
Yeah, that's a Jersey girl right there, Barbara Phillips, all the way from New Jersey.
Edie from Princeville, Illinois, who watches the show on WMBD. Hey, good morning, Marilys. How are you?
Good morning, Kelly and Mark.
How are you? All right, you know how to play this game, right?
Yes.
Well, you have given us two statements. One statement's true, and one statement is not. We have 60 seconds to decide which is the truth. If you stump us, you will get this.
So exciting.
The elusive Mark's been on a bit of a roll.
Yes, I have.
We would like to see that roll broken today.
All right, Marilys. Here are your two statements. I own a doggy cleanup service. Or I was a propane gas delivery driver.
My first impression guess is that she was a propane gas delivery
Tell
driver.
me about that doggy cleanup service. What does that mean?
It's called dog logs, and it's got a big circle around it and a slash.
Lie.
And I
Too
pick
much
up
detail.
dog poo.
You mean for all the monsters that don't pick up their
An
own
unnecessary
Well,
detail that they didn't
I'm
ask
the
about.
tax man. After the snow melts, I'm really busy.
Okay.
Oh, that's true, because people believe that the snow
Hides the...
takes the dog poop away.
And then it reappears.
Yes, but wait, do people just have like yards where they let the dog go? Is that what you're doing? You go to people's yards or just generally out in the open?
Yes, people's yards.
She would make a fortune on the Upper East Side.
Oh my God. Okay, tell me about the propane gas delivery.
I was a residential delivery driver, and so I filled propane tanks out in the country.
Okay. Ooh.
How many cigarettes?
You know,
how many packs of cigarettes did you
I've
smoke
never heard
while
of
you
this
were
doggy cleanup service
delivering
in my
your
life.
propane gas?
I've never heard about this. I think it's just like a lawn person. So I'm gonna say, do you mind if I do this by myself?
You've been doing it by yourself
Right.
since you got here.
What has that stopped you before,
I want
Mark?
to make sure. I'm gonna say the true statement is that you were a propane gas delivery driver.
Hey, yes.
You're the devil, Mark.
I got you. That was too easy, though. Don't take too much credit. Why don't you talk about the times you're wrong, though? Because you're still wrong more than you're right.
Finally, somebody said it.
I know.
You didn't win a mug, but you still have a chance to win a great prize and a more valuable prize, as a matter
I
of
would
fact.
say
Deja's going to spin that wheel to see your playing. Okay, you're for a trip for two to the Los Establos Carlos Boutique Inn in Panama. 8 days, 7 nights in a premium suite. It includes 3 premium meals daily, 1 premium excursion per day. It's a prize valued at $9,000 premium dollars. You have 20 premium seconds and only 1 premium guest.
All right, Marilyn. Even though I'm a devil, I do want you to win this. Here we go. On yesterday's show, we talked with Andrew Reynolds. What did Andrew say his grandmother taught him how to do?
Ooh. Cup the balls and stroke the shaft all over his oiled chest.
His grandmother taught him how to do a chore.
2 stinkers and a pinker.
Say cooking.
Oh, knitting.
It was ironing.
Ironing. That's what I was going to say, ironing.
My satellite server is having a fight right now, so I can't even get this show unless I look for it.
Well, you are compelling TV.
Yeah.
You should definitely send Marilis a link to this so she can watch it.
It's very
I hope they get that satellite worked out, but you're still going to
Gum is
receive
like, it's very
a $500
bad, yes.
Eventbrite cash gift card. And now we have our grand prize of $5,000 in cash.
Thank you so much.
Still ahead on Live. Top days of summer week continues when we meet social sensation Maxine the Fluffy Corgi.
Oh, here we are. Hey. Come on, you got to wave, everyone.
Creating our own viral moment. Beloved of the advice to hear your comments and questions. And coming up next from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kenya Moore.
Happy kids heal faster.
Why don't you send her a mug? Oh, Mark, you are the devil.
Percent APR for 48 months.
Through Monday at Darvin. Welcome back, everybody. She's been stealing the show on The Real Housewives of Atlanta since season 5. Please welcome back to the show, Kenya Moore.
That's how they do it in France.
I know, I like it. Let's bring France into the studio.
Yes, I love it.
So, no surprise here. You started modeling at the age of 14, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
And before that, you were like in pageants, beauty pageants?
Yes, pageant. So I think my first pageant was Little Miss Black Star.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like with it, did you have the whole thing? Like the,
I did
the
gown.
dresses?
Yes, the big gown. I ended up having my grandmother. We couldn't really afford to go and get a new gown. So we did like a wedding gown.
Oh, amazing.
And it was, super cheap. But yeah, I was a dancer in the pageant.
Okay.
And I was first runner-up. So the winner actually was a singer. So singers always beat dancers, just so you know. So,
Oh, is that true?
yes, most of the time in talent pageants.
Oh, wow.
And you went on to make history in Michigan.
Yes. So I competed in the Miss Michigan pageant,
So
I think 3 times. And
that
then
if she
finally
wasn't
I
a singer,
won,
you would have
and
won. That
then
you had
I
her beat
ended
in
up
every
going
other
to
category,
Miss
but because she's a
USA.
singer, they played favorites. And then you were sexually assaulted by Mike Tyson in a hotel room in Indiana.
Yes. And the first one actually went to my high school.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes.
Something about that school.
Yes, Diana Ross graduated from there.
Oh, my
David Allen
gosh.
Greer, Lily.
Oh my gosh, it must have been a terrible school. So basically, the only reason I lost is because they're biased towards singers, but you were better than her, right?
Up. So the winner actually was a singer. So singers always beat dancers, just
Right.
so you know.
That's it.
So
That was
that
it.
true?
It wasn't like she was
Yes,
hotter
most of the
than you
time
or had a
it's
better
like
body.
Oh, wow.
Maybe a little
And you went on
smarter
to
than
make
you.
history
Nah,
in
that
Michigan.
doesn't make sense.
Yes. So I competed in the Miss Michigan
Uh-huh.
pageant, I think 3 times, and then finally I won, and then I ended up going to Miss USA, winning Miss USA. The second black woman ever to win Miss USA.
Right?
Yes. And the first one actually went to my high school.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes,
Wow,
yes.
something about that school.
Yes, Diana Ross graduated from there.
Oh, my
David Allen
gosh.
Greer, Lily Tomlin, it was a
Incredible.
What's the name of the high school?
Cass Technical High School.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
All right.
a gifted kid, so I felt lucky to
Yeah.
go.
Well,
I felt
speaking
lucky
of
to
gifted, you studied psychology in
Yes,
school.
yes.
Now, I would think being on the Real Housewives, that would come in handy.
You know what? You have a point.
Yeah.
You have a point. I actually wanted to be a child psychologist, but it kind of worked out because
Sorry, I couldn't understand what they said. Just like you can understand what I'm saying.
And the first one actually went to my high school.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes,
Wow, something about that school.
Yes, Diana Ross graduated from there.
Oh,
David
my
Allen
gosh.
Greer, Lily Tomlin, it was.
And you went on to make history in Michigan.
Yes. So I competed in the Miss Michigan pageant, I think 3 times, and then finally I won, and then I ended up going to Miss USA, winning Miss USA. The second black woman ever to win Miss USA.
Right?
Yes. And the first one actually went to my high school.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes,
Wow,
yes.
something about that school.
Yes, Diana Ross graduated from there.
Oh, my
David Allen
gosh.
Greer, Lily Tomlin, it was a
What's the name of the high school?
Cass Technical High School.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a gifted kid, so
Did you have to?
Yeah.
Oh, I was
Speaking of
gifted.
gifted, you studied
Did you have to take
psychology.
wood
Yes.
shop?
Yes.
Now, I
And
would
how was your
think
birdhouse?
being on the Real Housewives,
What did
that
your
would come
birdhouse
in
look
handy.
like?
You know what? You have a point. You have a point. I actually wanted to be a child psychologist, but it kind of worked out because I think some of the girls act like children. So, it's like I get to shrink them a little bit.
So do you find yourself analyzing them?
All the time.
Yeah.
I think I have a little bit of a secret power. I can figure out their weaknesses, their strengths, sort of like a swap when you're doing business. So
Right.
so it ends up working out.
Your daughter Brooklyn is 4 years old. I feel like you just had her. I feel like
Yes.
it goes so fast.
Too fast. I mean, she literally is my miracle baby. She's so special. She is so wonderful. She speaks Spanish.
Oh, no
Yeah,
kidding.
she's bilingual. She's in an international school, but she's just into everything. She's into everything. She's like a little mini.
Has she started dancing?
Oh my God, dancing. Well, I don't know if you can call it dancing.
Okay, wait.
It's sort of like interpretive dance.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
She
she's
kind of just
amazing.
does her own thing. Not a lot of coordination there, but
I don't know. I've seen some.
You know what?
she gets her best.
Yeah.
At that age, it's all about the costume.
Yes,
And that's a fun costume.
yeah, that was fun. That
Yeah.
was during the commercial, but
And she has her own Instagram account and everything.
She does. I started it when she was a baby. People followed my journey on the show, and they knew how much I wanted a child and what that looked like. I went through IVF. So I think she has a pretty large social media following. She has almost 250,000 followers. Yeah.
Oh, no, that's a very large.
Yeah.
Maybe
she's 4.
we can interview your daughter later on.
She's actually surpassed me in popularity. They're like, oh yeah, whatever.
We're gonna take a commercial break.
I remember when we took our kids to the dentist for the first time.
Oh, yes.
That was cool. I mean, it was.
It was a
They were
great
eating, and she was like, "Oh, so when did we go? Okay, great." She had her bag ready. She was so excited.
Look at her.
She was
She's so
talking to the
cool.
dentist. How are my teeth doing in the back? Am I flossing well? How is it going? I'm like, who is this child?
It's so funny they put sunglasses on the kids
Yes.
because
they
they
make
did
it bright.
that with our kids
Yeah.
too. Do you remember back in the day with us? They just strapped us into that
Yeah,
adult
just
chair and let us be terrified.
Yeah,
It's
no, she was
come a
not
long
afraid.
way.
She's not afraid of anything.
Yeah, it's amazing.
She loves blood. She loves blood.
She's gonna be a serial killer.
She'll be a doctor.
She's gonna be a serial
If
killer.
you get a boo boo, I want to see it. I want
A
to see it. And she's
psychopath.
so fascinated by everything that's gruesome to me.
She could
Incredible.
be a dermatologist.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we need to take a break. We need to take a break.
She's gonna be a psychopath.
Talking all Atlanta Housewives. Stick around.
A total fixer-upper or in perfect condition will give you an as-is cash offer within 24 hours and a closing date that works for you. With our local team, there are no fees, no commissions, no banks, and no repairs. Just go to jeffbuysyourhouse.com for your free, no obligation cash offer today.
The only way Marlo can get back in my good graces is to renegotiate her deal with the devil. She has done a lot of things in her past. She slashed a girl's face. She went to jail for 6 months over that incident. But here's the thing. I was going to be cordial, but she's always coming for me.
Shut it! I wanted to hear that. That was a scene from the 15th season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yes.
So much trauma this season.
Yes, a lot.
What's going on?
Everything is going on. You know, it's the Real Housewives of Atlanta,
Yes.
you know, and so we have new people that are on the show. We have old people that are on the show, and it's just like a really interesting mix of what's going on.
When you see somebody that's new on the show, do you look at them and like, oh, sweetie?
Yeah,
No idea what's
I
gonna
don't
happen.
sweetie, when they try too hard.
Right.
You know, when they think they know what it is to be a reality star, it's like, honey,
Right.
you're playing the role of a reality star. You're not an actual reality star.
Got it.
You need to slow down. But yeah, I think it's hard. You know, when you come in, you think you're supposed to be a certain way and cause drama.
Yeah.
But really, what makes you successful is if you are just authentic.
That's right.
You know, when I started, I was just an authentic mess. You know, you saw it.
Of course.
That was me. I was a mess trying to figure it out.
Listen, since day one, I've been following every step of the way.
Yes.
And I think that The Real Housewives of Atlanta is like the most enjoyable, entertaining group in the franchise because you're all so quick.
Yes.
It's like
Yes.
you can't have
What are you saying about black women, Kelly?
a half
Look at her stuttering. This is all bullshit.
on Atlanta.
This is all lies.
No.
She's just ass kissing. She doesn't know what to say because she can't come up with bullshit. This is all lies.
Faster,
Yes.
quicker.
Liars. Lie, lie, lie. Bullshit.
Iconic housewife.
More glamorous.
Yes.
Bullshit.
Yes.
I often feel sorry for people that like will
Liars.
show up like having done their own makeup.
She was
You know
avoiding
what I mean?
eye
Like, look,
contact.
it's like, I would never survive on
yeah.
Atlanta. I would never survive because I would look like I just got out of the show.
Right. That's cute too, but you know, sometimes the girls just have to learn. You know,
Yeah.
that, you gotta step it up a little
So
bit.
when the camera goes off, do you talk to your castmates in between?
Say
Yeah.
what now?
Is there anybody you have a
Yeah,
relationship
of
with?
course. I am so close to Candy. She's like one of my best friends on the show. I'm close to Sheree. There's Manietta. I'm close to most of the girls.
But what happens when those girls don't get along? How do you
You can't
align
pick a
yourself?
side. You just have to be neutral and really try to be neutral. And sometimes people try and they fail. But I think I'm really like, you guys have to figure it out and just try to encourage them to come back together. But it's difficult.
Thank you for doing the show. It's been so nice to have you. The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Sundays at 8 p.m. on Bravo. Next, we'll meet Maxine, the fluffy corgi.
Tomorrow on Live, Chef Michael Simon.
Car accident? Here's a free tip from jjlegal.com.
Car accident victim. Today and get 0% financing until 2025. Trust ABC and consider it done.
There's a pretty good chance you've seen our next guest on Instagram or TikTok because she's a social media sensation. Please welcome Maxine the Fluffy Corgi and her owner, Brian Reefer. Is it true Maxine has over 7 million followers?
Yeah, crazy, isn't it?
That is crazy.
Yeah.
What is the key to Maxine's success?
Well, she's extremely fluffy. She's adorable. I carry her in a backpack that we made, and we go all around the city. We travel everywhere together.
She really is very fluffy.
She's been compared to Kim Kardashian. I've heard that.
Those
I've
are
heard
both
that, and I think there could be two
short
reasons.
bitches.
Okay. First,
That
I
aren't
think
good
that
at math.
both her and Kim, they're entrepreneurs. They're creating industry-disrupting companies. Kim has Skims, Maxine has a little chunk. The other reason could be a powerful posterior.
Oh, yes, yes. That is really what Maxine is mostly known for.
Now I know why my Uncle Ned follows you.
Maintain that posterior.
It's a lot of grooming. Let's just take a little look here. So,
Yeah, let's
A lot
look at
of
dog's
grooming,
ass.
but
Only on the
there's
Kelly and Mark
actually
show.
Yeah. It's actually, we go to this wonderful place on 7th Avenue. His name is Shiro, and he does wonders for her tush.
Oh.
Has he dated Andy Cohen?
I will. Yeah, does she get recognized on the street? It's crazy. Everywhere we go on the subway. I mean, she's in billboards all over the subway now. We did like an ad with Google, and Ed Sheeran contacted us, wanted to meet her, and that was, yeah.
I mean, so when she met Ed Sheeran, was Ed starstruck?
He was. He was.
But she seems nonplussed by all this attention.
It's another day for her. I mean, she's like, it's another redhead, so it's like me and,
Do you think she's become increasingly difficult since the fame?
You know what, Kelly?
She's not even speaking to me.
She's a nightmare.
She's a nightmare.
She's a nightmare.
No eye contact. No eye contact.
She did something you'd be into.
What's that?
She threw out the first pitch at a Mets game.
How did that happen?
Yeah, that was it was a wild day. I think it was probably a pinch me moment, not just for me, but my father. He's been a lifelong Mets fan. He has season tickets, so it was really cool.
Oh wow, that throw's not that easy.
It's really not.
It's intimidating, right?
Even not either. Before I went out there, my dad was screaming at me, "You better make it!" I'm like, "Come on,
don't skip it in."
Yeah.
So, dude.
Well, let's look and see if he was actually standing on the mound. Probably not. Like no one ever does.
Yeah, that was it was a wild day. I think it was probably a pinch me moment, not just for me, but my father. He's been a lifelong Mets fan. He has season tickets, so it was really cool.
Oh wow, that throw's not that easy.
It's really not. It's intimidating, right? Even not either. Before I went out there, my dad was screaming at me, "You better make it!" I'm like, "Come on,
don't skip it in."
Yeah.
So, do you take her everywhere you go?
Yeah, we ride our Vespa together. I heard you're a Vespa guy.
I love the Vespa.
Yeah. Yeah, this was so we were riding the Vespa across the Manhattan Bridge, and somebody on the train who caught us riding, and they DM'd it to me. Like that's
no kidding.
Yeah, we were going to the groomer.
You were going to the groomer.
Yeah.
And I love that she wears her little goggles.
Oh yeah, always a protective goggles.
What else do you do with her? You play hockey, you play sports?
So we actually, I played hockey in high school. I wasn't that good, but I was good on skates. So we had an opportunity to get on the rink at Bryant Park, and I brought her with me.
Cool.
And, yeah, she loved it. So it was a
This
good time.
dog is having the best life.
Yeah. Mm.
Did you quit your job to do this
full time?
Yeah, so
any experience?
I worked in advertising. I had a film background, went to film school at NYU, worked in advertising for a while, and I had her and just neglected my job. I'm sorry to all my bosses. And then built up her account. And then we launched a company, which is the Backpack Company, and quit my job. And honestly, it's the best.
You say you had her, like you gave birth to her.
Hey, listen, we're going to take a little break, all right? When we come back, if you always wanted your videos to go viral, we're going to show you how when we come back. Stick around.
Live is partnered with Howard Johnson by Wyndham for Brighten Your Day Web. Delicious seeds, even gourmet level. That's what we want to know. And all this week, GMA's hitting big league ballparks to find out. It's GMA's 7th inning snacks. So, will we be in your team's ballpark?
Who's looking out for you?
Her life partner.
Capital of the world today.
We're back with Maxine the Fluffy Corgi and, of course, Brian Reesberg. her life partner.
Yes.
Now, if it's one thing Mark has always wanted to learn, it's how to make a viral video.
Yeah.
Can you teach us how to do that?
Sure. Let's do it. So when you're making a video, we've been doing this for 7 years. You want to make sure that you're making something that people have never seen before. All right, let's. I'm sure a lot of people have seen a really cute dog. It's not enough,
sure, right.
All right, so let's try a backpack. So I'm going to take my backpack off here.
Okay.
I'm going to put it on the ground. She loves getting in the backpack.
This backpack is so great, and this is your company.
Yeah, so we designed this after carrying my dog in a backpack for 6 years on the subway. There's a lot more that we needed in the package.
Yeah.
Supportive material. Here, she's going to get in. There she goes.
Yeah,
she gets right in.
She loves it, yeah.
Yeah, and so we designed it this way. We call that the runway. She gets on it.
Do you have a treat for Mark?
Oh.
Well, if she loved it so much, she wouldn't need a treat to do it.
So we put her in the backpack. And I'm just going to zip her up right here.
What should I be grooming Mark in some way?
Fix his hair a little bit. He's got some flyaways in the back.
You look good.
Let's fix those. She's sniffing the treats in my pockets. We're going to zip Maxine up.
No, okay.
And so when you make a video, there's so much online these days that people see, and there's so many cute dogs, and they're doing so many wonderful things. So
you have to stand out.
You got to stand out. And when you've got a dog with such small, stumpy legs, they're so low to the ground. So
we prefer the term smaller statured.
Oh, sure.
Speaking on behalf of myself.
Okay. So here, we got a little dog in a backpack, right? Pretty cute.
Stumpy legs? Is that what he said?
There's so much online these days that people see, and there's so many cute dogs, and they're doing so many wonderful things. So
you have to stand out.
You got to stand out. And when you've got a dog with such small, stumpy legs, they're so low to the ground. So
we prefer the term smaller statured.
Oh, sure.
Speaking on behalf of myself.
Okay. So here, we got a little dog in a backpack, right? Pretty cute, probably not enough. Let's find a nice strapping gentleman like Mark.
Right here?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
All right, you put your arms in here.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. And when you want to take a good picture of your dog, you got to make sure to have high value treats, which we have in our pocket. So where's the camera here? If I want her attention right at this camera, see, she'll follow me wherever I go. Which camera do we want? Want that one? All right, there, she's looking. All right, so this is good, right? They look great. I think we can do a little better. So what I'm going to do, we're going to mark some sunnies.
Yeah. Okay.
And to kick it up a notch.
Come on.
To kick it up a notch, we're going to put some on Maxine here.
She likes the sunnies?
We're going to get them looking great, yeah.
Okay.
Does she like it? There we go.
That's true.
Brilliant. All right, we got a phone here. All right, they're looking pretty good, but we want to make the scene a little more dynamic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's turn this on. Let's kick this up a notch here.
Fix the glasses.
Get these back. Oh, mama. She's like, what is going on? All right, here.
Oh, you want me to pose?
Oh, look at this. Yeah, we need Kelly in there. Come on. All right, let's look at the background. We got a background. You know what? I don't think it's enough. We got a background here. Can we get some confetti? Let's get some confetti.
Yeah, confetti, because we need confetti at all times.
Let's throw it in there. All right, come a little closer, Mark. Come a little closer. There we go. Look at this.
How about the scooter? Should we get on the scooter?
Let's get on the scooter. So really, the goal is to get.
So cute.
If it feels weird and stupid, you're doing something right. There you go.
I know I'm on camera, gentlemen, but I don't know what to do with my hands.
There you go. So frequently when you're filming with the dogs, like right now, it's going to be a mess, but you get what you get, and you post it, and you hope for something good.
Are we going viral?
I think we're going viral.
Ryan, thank you so much. Thank you, Maxine. Thank you so much. This video will be posted later today on Instagram and TikTok. We want to go viral, so make sure you check it out. Coming up next, we're going to open up that inbox.
If you would like to know more about anything you see during Dog Days of Summer Week, just log on to our website at livewithkellyandmark.com.
With the new Straight Talk.
Hair in my
can't stand up with my coochie.
Disney's Haunted Mansion, rated PG-13.
The corgi really is fluffy. I've got like a tremendous amount of dog hair in my mouth. I can't seem to get.
Hey, there was a big storm last night.
Yeah.
This is from Deirdre Meehan from Breezy Point, New York. Lightning strikes across Jamaica Bay, July 25th. Yeah, that was wild last night.
That was really wild. People responded to animals surviving.
Yes.
There's a tweet from Kathleen Kabert. We had a night where our German Shepherd got out at dusk, searched for hours in the woods, stayed up all night outside in case he came home, found him the next day. He fought a coyote and won.
Yes.
Had to take him to the emergency vet. He's fine now. Wow.
This is from Julie Collins from Longwood, Florida. We use a terrific company to clean up and deodorize our yard. They are indispensable for folks like me who are mobility challenged and love our fur babies.
Oh, good.
Those are beautiful babies.
Never mind. We'll be right back.
Yep.
Can we show the picture real quick? Show it, stick it up. Oh, come on, Kelly, you flew that shit.
At livewithkellyandmark.com. Why do dermatologists?
Team you trust. Watch Eyewitness News at 10.
Yoki Window was recognized by Window and Door magazine as one of the top manufacturers of windows in the USA.
For a limited time only, buy one, get one window for 50% off, 25% off patio doors. Many financing options available with no money down. Closed captioning, sponsored in part by...
This can't be real. That's what I thought too when the doctors told me that I had to have my toes removed because I smoked. But here's the tip for you. It's real.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT now.
Cats want taste. You want healthy ingredients. With Blue Tastefuls, you don't have to compromise. Available in dry, wet, and singles.
Look at that.
Oh, that's a viral moment. You know what? That's going global, I can tell. Tomorrow on the show, Chef Michael Simon will be here. Anderson Cooper will be here. The best dog greetings.
Hey, there's a big storm last night.
Yeah.
This is from Deirdre Meehan from Breezy Point, New York.
Nice.
Lightning strikes across Jamaica Bay, July 25th. Yeah, that was wild last night.
That was really wild.
Problem. It could be a sign of a more serious...
Now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No money down, no interest, and no payments for 24 months. Window Nation, the perfect fit.
The Black Women's Expo, August 4th through the 6th at McCormick Place.
It's Wednesday, July 26th, and the view starts live right now.
President Biden's son Hunter is set to formally agree to a plea deal on tax and gun charges today.
When more of this thing continues to unravel, it rises to the level of impeachment inquiry.
We must impeach Joe Biden.
All of the hot topics on your mind are on the table.
On a very different topic, the dog. It seems that Commander Biden has a bit of a biting problem. As you all know, the White House complex can be unique and very stressful.
Sure.
You can imagine what it's like for a family pet.
So
Plus,
it's okay
Jason
for the dogs, but
Reynolds
no other dogs bite it,
and
but
the
this one,
ladies get lit.
it's okay.
Here come
Don't worry about it. Dogs, you know. Oh, what are you doing? Broadcast failed. Why would you fucking...
Relaxed here, wishing that she was a little bit more energetic in the past.
What the fuck does this mean? Why? Can't be viewed in Russia. Okay, well, excuse me.
Episode 73.
Shut up. All right, so that was season 1, episode 73. Shout out to the dog. Shout out to Kenya Moore. Shout out to everyone that participated in July 26, 2023. All right, season 1, episode 73 in the books. Dog Days of Summer Week. It's a hit. We're going to do it again. Thanks to Michael Gelman for just talking over a podcast that I did not listen to. And thank you, Kelly, my neighbor, for letting your dog drop its turds in my garden. Saves me money on fertilizer. Hey, everyone, thanks for liking and disliking and commenting. Make sure to smash the notification button. And if you want to subscribe to my magazine, there's a link right here, and here. All right. And then that'll lead you right to the link. OnlyFans, right here. Ding. All right. Until next time, I'm your host, Phil in Deblon. And this has been my telecast called Phil in the Block. I'm going to fix that in post. I'm going to put that in editing, all these just fake sounds. I'm going to do a microphone, triple layer. So for you that are really big editing enthusiasts, of course, on my Twitch, I'm part of an editing group in Facebook, and then we all meet on Twitch, and we talk about editing several hours a day. So make sure to tune into our past episodes and our future episodes, and be a part of the Phil in the Blanc fam. Oh, no. I ate a steak sandwich earlier, and now I got to dispose of it. Oh, did you hear that? That was a fart. Okay, I have to take a dump. I don't think it's diarrhea, though. Thank you for watching. And comment if you think it's diarrhea, put it in the comment box, okay?